So I have a Cisco 7942G here running on CHAN SCCP as opposed to before where I had it on CHAN SIP, or actually CHAN Legacy SIP. So now it's running SCCP or Skinny protocol instead of the SIP protocol. So I'm doing this by using a CHAN SCCP module on FreePBX, and that is an open source module as well. And yeah, it enables you to use a Cisco like a 7900 on FreePBX using SCCP firmware instead of SIP firmware. And the reason the SCCP firmware is better, well, that's the proprietary firmware for Cisco Call Manager, but that firmware is more stable, offers more features and stuff like that. You know, Cisco probably did that on purpose. So basically, with the CHAN SCCP module installed on FreePBX, or I think it's actually the CHAN SCCP manager, to an extent, FreePBX is impersonating a Cisco Call Manager system. So we can use it on SCCP firmware, and it works. I mean, for instance, let's dial out here. And even with SCCP firmware and using the SCCP protocol, it can dial other extensions that are using SIP. So even though they're two different protocols, they're still interconnected. So for instance, 101. That seems to work. Check. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Push hold. Yep, I'm using the Cisco Call Manager hold music on my FreePBX server. I think it's called Opus number 1. Definitely better than the built-in hold music. Okay, I think you had enough of that. Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And let's see, it'll also work the other way around, so let's call it now. And yeah, this Cisco phone is registered as a SIP extension, but like as I said earlier, both the different protocols can still they're interconnected on this server. They can still call each other even though they're two different protocols. So, and this extension is 201. Hello? Check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. So that's nice, it works. And yeah. Let's actually try dialing out again. So this is 102. Yeah, 102, I think. Hello? And then, let's see here, let's push transfer. And 101. Yeah, hey, you have a call, and I'm gonna transfer him to you. Thanks. And now these calls are connected. Hello? Check. 1, 2, 3. So let's take a look at my web interface now. Just zoom right in. So there's a new tab up here that isn't usually there until you install this. That says Sccp Connectivity. So for instance, if you go to Phones Manager, this is the phone I have registered to it, the Cisco 7942G. And same thing, if you go to Sccp phone, it shows like the SCP ID or the MAC address for making the config file, and yeah, the status of it and all that. You can specify the phone model here. You can change the device label right here. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar to the SCP extensions, like those kinds of settings, but it offers a little more. It seems like, including device buttons, like you can change like what the different line buttons do. Like this is the default line 201, so like just right there on the front of the phone. And if I wanted to, I could have something else on the second line button, like another line, or to monitor it, like a BLF, speed dial feature, advanced line, and stuff like that. Server config. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit more complicated than the SCP things, but it's pretty cool. It enables a Sccp phone to work on FreePBX if the Cisco phone has Sccp firmware instead of SCP or third-party call control or whatever. So basically, you can take a proprietary phone and make it work on FreePBX, which is not so proprietary. And if you go to system parameters, it shows a bunch of stuff here, like the load images and the templates for the configuration files. So if we go into the phone's settings, which come on, you son of a gun. Focus. Okay, time to switch to manual focus. This is being really jank. Come on, focus. There you go. Right there. No matter if you like it or not. So, to prove that it's running Sccp, I'll go to settings. And I'm pretty sure it's status. And firmware versions right here. And you can see the load file is sccp 42.9-2-1s. And yeah, so it is indeed running Sccp instead of SCP firmware. So it's running the proprietary call manager firmware, and yet we have it on FreePBX. And also, since Sccp and SCP are interconnected on this server, let's also demonstrate the paging. So it is, well, yeah, let's turn on this phone. It is 300. So, sorry for that, but we have just activated the page, and the two other phones next to the 7942 on both sides of it are in a paging group, and 300 is that paging group. Hello? Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3. We are talking through both the speakerphones of the other phones on each side of the 7942. Pretty neat. And the phones automatically answer when they detect a page. Okay, so we're back at my web interface again, and let's actually go to Applications and Extensions. So as you can see right here, 201, which is the extension for this 7942 running Sccp, is listed. I mean, just like all the other extensions. And as you can see, they're running different protocols here, such as PJSCP or Chan Legacy SCP. And this is running SCCP. So that's another way of showing that even though they're all running different protocols, everything is still interconnected. They can all call each other no matter what protocol they're using on here. Alright, so this has been a brief demonstration of utilizing CHAN SCCP on FreePBX, along with me using SCCP firmware on my Cisco 7942G. So using proprietary firmware for call manager on an open source system. So FreePBX is pretending to be call manager and makes a Cisco phone with SCCP firmware work. So yeah, well, thank you all for watching the video, and I mean, I'm actually gonna go back to my old editing software as well, and well, yeah, the one I tried with my previous video, the final product did not turn out very well. As you probably saw, like, the frame rates were lower than usual, and plus that software, DaVinci Resolve, is just like, it's demanding on my computer, and it's like lagging constantly, and it's just not as simple to figure out as my old one. So anyway, yeah, thank you all for watching the video, and y'all have a nice day.